What's going on, guys? It is the SMT, and in today's video we've got an update. We actually have legit and concrete details from the Sprint and T-Mobile merger, and as it pertains to Dish and the agreements they have in place. Before I get into today's video, I want to give a big special shout out and thank you to contributor here to the channel on the SMT channel, Mark B, for his donation. Many thanks for your kind contributions and generosity here and adding to the production support here on the SMT YouTube channel. Before I kind of, synthesize everything, I want to give you guys the roundup. So the agreement is in place for compensation for the assets, including prepaid and the spectrum. So what we have is we've got a $5 billion agreement, and the way this breaks down is Dish will pay $1.5 billion for prepaid and mobile business components and roughly $3.5 billion for the spectrum assets. We don't know exactly the components of the spectrum assets. Could be a mix of, low frequency spectrum as well as mid and, maybe some high. We don't really know exactly. I think most of that's going to be the mid band in place, but we'll wait and see what that is. The prepaid assets, it's Boost Mobile, as well as, maybe some other assets from the prepaid side. But as of right now, that's what we have for price, and that's what we have for components. Some additional information. It looks like there's going to be a couple of things in place to protect Deutsche Telekom. The first is, obviously Deutsche Telekom has had concerns about Dish being able to sell to a third party over the course of, a certain number of years. And they've got a lock in place. There will be no asset sales to any third party company from Dish for the first 3 years. Now, that's good protection for Deutsche Telekom. I think what this does is it buys them time to really bolster their network and get out ahead of it in case Dish brings in a big player that could truly, truly compete and possibly overtake T-Mobile. So bolster the network, get really, really far ahead in network tech. I think it's really about 5G here, so that's where that's at. And the other piece is there is going to be a 7-year MVNO deal for Dish as the fourth carrier, so operating on the new T-Mobile network. So really, really good items if you're a Dish owner, executive, chair, that sort of thing. You really made out big in this. Kind of like, it's a very, very good, sweet deal for them. That's it for this announcement. That's all the components. I'd like to know your thoughts and opinions on the actual concrete details of the merger concessions and agreements we have in place. I think those things look really good for Dish. I think even Deutsche Telekom might have a win there with a couple of pieces. You guys give me your thoughts and opinions on that. I think there's a couple things also that we're expecting here very, very soon. We've got earnings calls from AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile coming up. The T-Mobile one is interesting because that might have something to do with the renegotiations on the price tag from Sprint and T-Mobile's agreement. So right now it looks like there may be some negotiations going on about the final cost of the sale. That may implicate it a little bit. So you guys give me your thoughts and opinions on anything that we have from today's update, as well as what you might be seeing here over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours. We are expecting an announcement from the DOJ, the T-Mobile and Sprint merger here very, very soon. So keep it locked to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've got that bell icon and the notification set so you don't miss any updates from the SMT and the SMT YouTube channel. So I think I'll leave it at that. Go ahead and drop me that line. Let's get it cracking in the comment section. Big shout out to the Discord server. Big shout out to the patrons over on the Patreon for supporting SMT production. If you'd like to make a donation and support SMT production, there is a PayPal link in the description box below. I think I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I am the SMT, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.